Hello, my name is Jerome White. I'm a professional artist and art educator in Cleveland Heights, Ohio. I'm born and raised in Cleveland, Ohio, and I attended high school at Cleveland Heights High School. That's where I grew up. I was born November 8th, 1969, so just over a week ago, just had my 52nd birthday. And let's see, I attended Cleveland Heights High School, and then after high school, I graduated in 1988, and I attended Tuskegee University, and attended there from 1988 to 1989, and then I came home and I transferred to Baldwin-Wallace College, or Baldwin-Wallace now, it's now Baldwin-Wallace University. So I attended there and graduated in 1992. And I was a studio art major at Baldwin-Wallace. And I decided after I graduated that I wanted to go into medical illustration and become a medical artist. That was one of my other interests, was science as well as art. There's actually a lot of doctors, scientists in my family. So that was one of my other loves. So while attending Baldwin-Wallace, I had a majored in studio art, and then after I graduated, I attended the Cleveland Institute of Art, and I entered into their medical illustration and illustration program. And that's where I believe I honed my skills and improved a lot in my work. And from there, I decided to go into grad school and leave the Art Institute and went to grad school over at Case Western Reserve. So I decided to work on my master's degree in art education. And once finishing there, I completed my master's degree in 1994 in Case Western Reserve's art education program. Once graduating from there, I moved to Norfolk, Virginia, where I was hired and got my first teaching job in the Norfolk Public Schools. So I taught at Ocean View Elementary and Tidewater Park Elementary Schools. And so I taught there from 1994 to 1997, and the opportunity came up where I was able to come back home and to teach at my alma mater, Cleveland Heights High School. So in 1997, I started teaching at Cleveland Heights High School, and in approximately 2013, I taught for a year at Boulevard Elementary School, and then I switched over to Roxborough Middle School, which is also my alma mater where I went to junior high school. So, and about, a year ago, I was brought back up to the high school, and so now I'm back at the high school. So I've been teaching at the high school. I taught there for 16 years, then a year elementary school, 5 years of middle school, and then now I'm back at the high school again. So I'm in my 27th year of teaching art and 24th year in the Cleveland Heights School District. My motivation behind my book, Red-Tailed Dreamer, began from learning about my grandfather growing up. My grandfather, his name is Fred Jefferson Brown. He was a physical education instructor for the Tuskegee Airmen. So when he was in the military, that's what he did. And so once I learned a little bit about that, that kind of caught my attention. And then after attending Tuskegee University in Alabama during my first years of college, I learned a lot about the history on campus about the Tuskegee Airmen and their contributions to our country. So the idea for the book was kind of marinating in my thoughts for some time. And then in the early 2000s, the motivation came where I made a painting, which the original image is actually a picture of it in the book here. And I thought I'd turn this painting that I did into a story that was inspired again by my grandfather and the Tuskegee Airmen. So that's pretty much where the motivation came from. It was kind of just like a tribute, to my grandfather, to kind of thank him for his contribution, and to also thank him for contributing to raise me to be a strong young man and responsible and a goal-setting person, somebody who wanted to be a high achiever. The book Red Tail Dreamer here. This is my first attempt at creating my own children's book. So I had actually started learning about children's book from the SCBWI, which is the Society of Children's Book Writers and Illustrators. So from there, from learning different techniques and ways of, how do you create a children's book, I thought I'd just try to experiment and create my own story, because actually it takes quite a while to try to get published. So I said, why don't I just practice by doing something myself? So with all that said, I'd like to begin to read the story to you. Red Tail Dreamer by Jerome T. White. Red Tail Dreamer, a tribute to Fred J. Brown, my family, and the youth whose dreams soar. A dream of mine flew over my head. Somehow they would inspire me. 5 silver birds with tails of red. I grabbed my goggles and aviator cap. I yelled to my pop, wake up from your nap. Out to the front porch, I ran in high gear. This thundering sound erased all of my fears. Up, up, up high, their wings graced the sky. 5 red tails so proudly flew by. Over the valley, they cast shadows from the air. I know one day I will be up there with my dream to share. What is a dream without a guiding light? It's like a broken-winged bird that can't take flight. Dream high and do not wait. Spread your wings and step out on faith. Let the wind carry you, soar and expand your point of view. Each cloud is a gift, every day brand new. Red-tailed angels, they all dreamed high. They paved a path for us all, trailblazing the sky. Begin.